episode 22 of TemTalk. I guess we're dancing on today's episode intro from Kennedy and myself as well, but our main topic today is going to be about multi-accounting. I'm Vonlin, as always, and I'm joined by my fellow hosts, Gaijinbu and Presby. Kennedy, how are you this Saturday morning?
Doing well, Vonlin. A little tired. I was up until 5 a.m. playing Ooblets, but all in all, pretty good.
That's right. Kennedy, how about
Uh,
yourself?
I'm out traveling this week, and I'll probably be traveling next week too. But I am doing fan flipping tastic. I'm not getting paid for this shout out, but I watched Knives Out yesterday on Amazon Video. Great flipping movie if anybody's got time.
Oh, I forgot that that's available for Prime members,
Maybe we can get a
right?
sponsorship if you talk about it enough. Get that
Maybe.
temp. Yeah, but so Kennedy, Gaijinbu, is the beanie covering up a bad hair day from sleeping in, or are you just feeling the beanie today?
Oh yeah, it's definitely covering up a bad hair day. I rolled out of bed at like 11:30 because I was up until 5 o'clock in the morning. And I was talking about going to bed since like 3 a.m. saying I gotta get up to do
Oh yeah,
TemTalk tomorrow. And all of a sudden it's 5 a.m. and I'm like, oh God, what have I done?
it was one
Um,
of those nights for you, huh? Where it's every 15 minutes, I'm gonna go to bed soon. 15 minutes later, no, I'm really gonna go to bed soon.
no sleep till Kasiwa, baby. No sleep till Kasiwa.
Very nice. All right, well let's jump right into the news, shall we? Kennedy, I don't want to steal your thunder since you were a god of prediction this week. Do you want to introduce the Sci Park and talk about how you have the inside loop as usual to what Krema's doing somehow?
Yeah, I'll take it away. Let me pull it up on my
Did
other
I catch you off
computer.
guard here? I'll introduce it and you can talk
No,
about
I
it.
got it. I got it
Okay,
up.
all right.
Okay, so
It's only the 22nd time we've done this, Kennedy. It's only the 22nd
yeah,
time. We always
I
do Sci Park first. Let's still
I don't
surprise you.
even know. I don't know what we're doing here. Are we doing Talk Tim? Are we Tim Talk? What are
Okay,
we?
okay, all right.
Anyways, I'm
All
kidding. I'm
right.
kidding. All
This
right.
guy.
So last week's Sci Park, we had the hint. It was just an arrow pointing upwards. I gave out 3 Tims that I thought it could be, and it ended up being 2 of the 3 Tims that I called out. It is 2,100 Pansons to enter this week, and you get 10 cards. Spawning at a 60% rate inside of Sci Park, Clara has a 3% or has a 3 times Luma chance this week, along with a 10% egg move chance. And then spawning at 50%, Raber has a 3 times Luma rate this week with a 10% egg move chance. You need some type of weird next level galaxy mind to understand Suki's haunts. But we got one. We got one, guys. We did it.
I would say
Woo.
you're being modest. You said you picked 3. When the last time I heard you talk about it, you said I think it's going to be a Clara and maybe Rybeer. So when you guessed that, you were spot on. I couldn't
Yeah,
believe it. When I saw the Sci
yeah.
Park post, I was streaming, and the first thing I just yelled, I'm like, "Oh my god, Kennedy was right. Kennedy called it. I'm never gonna hear the end of this now."
Could you read our notes that I definitely didn't type up that somebody else put in there?
Yeah. Kennedy guessed it. He's the wisest of the wise. Den's poets tell tales of his wisdom. Yeah, apparently he definitely didn't write that himself. But honestly, when you're right, Kennedy. I don't know what to say. You didn't say the free time, did you? Should I go through that quick, or did I
I
miss it?
didn't. Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah,
tackle 310.
just really quickly, it ranges from 70 to 450. So I cringe every time I see over 400, but it's not abnormal for him. But it's 2 Telemore speed hacks at the very top, which I thought was a very good Luma week, and so it pains me to see a good Luma week and Telemore hacks because I don't have enough time to do all of that. But I'd like to have gotten the hacks and both of the Lumas. But how'd you guys do this Sci Park week? Any free times? Any Luma acquisitions?
You know, I so all right. Let me preface this by
Uh-oh.
saying
Uh-oh.
Luma Oclera and Luma Mix are 2 of my favorite Lumas in the entire game, but I just could not find it within myself to hunt Lumas this week. I don't know. I just
You have an Eclair already, right? A Luma Eclair. You already had the Luma Eclair.
I do have a Luma Eclair. That was a gift to me from one of my very first viewers,
Oh,
Mojolicious, who is he used to play the markets a ton, but ever since the changes and the market crashing and all that stuff, he's been playing other games and just
mm,
waiting for Kasiwa in hopes that the market will return because that was really his favorite part.
sure.
So he did give me a Luma Eclair. I do have one, but it does not have my OT. Um, so I really should be looking for one, but I don't know what it is. It's not that I'm burnt out on
Yeah.
Temtem. It's I just 6 weeks without Lumas. I don't know. I guess I want to play something where I don't have to
Yeah.
worry about having terrible luck.
I think it's healthy. I think if you're not feeling it, I think the worst thing you can do is try to make yourself do it and spend the time doing it because then you're
Oh yeah.
really not going to feel it later. Take the break,
Oh
get a
yeah.
breath of fresh air, play a little something else, and be ready for Kisawa or a more exciting Luma Sci
Yeah,
Park week. So I don't think there's
for
anything
sure.
wrong with that at all. I don't know.
I
I
mean,
don't
I
know
still
if viewers are going to come after us with pitchforks saying how dare you not play Temtem, but I'm all about it. I
I
support your
mean,
decision to.
even Ya doesn't just play Temtem, so I
Right.
think we're okay. But
You're
like,
right.
yeah, I mean, I 100% agree. I don't want to be streaming just Temtem if it's something I don't feel like I really want to do right now, just because I don't want to provide bad content for our fans, our viewers, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, I don't want to burn myself out. I still love Temtem. It's still my favorite game, almost basically of all time. I just want new content and to not have
Yeah.
to worry about my
Thank,
terrible
I,
thank
6 week
God
I
you
streak.
threw in. Thank God you threw in that sentence, Gaijin. I feel like some people were already typing YouTube comments, and they're just like, "Okay, I can delete them."
go ahead and delete them. Go ahead and delete them. Uh, I think you and every other player agrees they just want new content. So I don't think you're coming out of left field or anything. Kenny, what about you though? Sci Park Week results for you?
I played every second I could possibly play this week. I'm out visiting family, and so the night of Cypart, obviously, I Luma hunted for about 2 hours. I got up to 191 encounters per hour, was the best I kept my encounter rate at. And then
Okay.
I Luma hunted for about an hour the next day. And then I was able to actually get, and I've been letting my girlfriend use my gaming laptop, so I was able to actually get Tim to run on my tablet PC. And
Ooh.
yeah, I know, and it looks like Dookie, but I was able to Luma hunt probably for collectively another hour this week, like just 10-20 minutes here. Unfortunately, no luck
Oh
with
no. What
Luma Plura.
did you do my request where did you track your total number of encounters? Can you report your
No, I was
numbers?
I was across so many different computers. I got up
Okay.
to I got up to like 450 or something on my main computer back in Washington. I don't know what I'm at on across the tablet computer and the other one, but yeah, no Luma Clara, and it sucks this week too because I told you they get me at 3x Luma weeks, and I'm a dum dum, and my brain always goes, "Oh, you're gonna get a Luma this week, Brandon," and then I go, I go in, and I'm just like, "Why didn't I get a Luma, Mom? Please, Mom, Krima's being mean to me. I'm never Luma hunting again."
This is
And
why
then
I this
Krima's
is why
just like, "Hey, there's a 3x Luma week." I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to get a Luma during the 3x Luma week."
I want you to track your encounter. I want to know if you have the quote unquote right to feel bad or not. I'm curious if you got to like 2,600 Eclairs or not.
We'll
You think you did
see.
over 2,000?
No, no, no. I definitely did not. I
And
definitely
I
did
use I
not.
use
And this
quotes
is
very loosely around that phrase, by the way. But
this is the thing with it. I loved Temtem. I did not play a single other game, not a mobile game, not WoW. I'm
true
my
fan is
brain
it?
is dumb. Yeah, I did start my WoW account again. I played Guild Wars 2. I didn't play Guild Wars 2. They had a new content patch this week. Only Temtem this week. Every minute that I had to devote to gaming, I gamed on Temtem this week, and I didn't get Luma Clara. And obviously, I only had about 6 hours or 5 hours this week to play, and so 5 hours shouldn't equal a
Oh,
Luma. but
Nah,
it doesn't.
no.
It doesn't feel good when
Still feels
it's
bad.
just like, yeah, all I did was run away from Oclera this week. So hopefully tomorrow night before reset, I'm going to get on and I'm going to try and use my side cards on female ravers, and
Ooh, good
then
idea. Very good idea.
yeah,
Yeah. That's a
just
great
see
tip
what
for anyone
reset hits us
listening.
with.
Is if you got side cards and you're getting close to the reset, go get some female Ray Bears. Very, very good idea.
You ready for this, Vonlin?
Ooh, look at that. For those listening out, Gaijin's live pouring some coffee for me. I like that mug. What's on that mug? Is it like an old Coca-Cola bottle on the side of it, or what are we looking at?
This is a very old Coca-Cola mug. Yeah, my
You should have turned
my
your gain
roommate.
up so we could have heard the pour and through the mic.
The
It
gain
didn't come through.
is up.
It didn't
The
come
gain
through.
is like halfway up. I
Uh,
normally stream with my gain at like 1/8 of the way up. It's
yeah.
like triple or quadruple what it
That's
normally is.
yeah. You're
I, I
you're
heard
setting
I heard
record.
the board just a little bit. Before we
Did you?
move on to the next topic, can I
Yeah.
address something that was said in chat?
Well,
Mongoose Dog,
go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, Mongoose Dog Zero said in reference to Gaijin not feeling compelled to, in reference to Gaijin not feeling compelled to Lumahan, Mongoose
Mm.
Dog Zero said that it's okay to just wait and chill out until tomorrow. Krima said they have a big tweet that is coming out tomorrow. We are recording this on Saturday the 18th. Today's my birthday, and apparently they're supposed to have like a big
Hey, happy
announcement on.
birthday for. Hold on a second. Let's. Gaijin
Let's
said he was
slow
gonna.
down.
Gaijin said he was gonna sing happy birthday for you, so I'll put some music out there for him.
I can't sing happy birthday to this song.
I don't have birthday music queued up and ready to play.
I mean, you don't have to. Come on, let's go. 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. You too, Vonlin. Happy
Happy birthday,
birthday
Dan. We're waiting
to
for you. Happy
you.
birthday.
You're not even singing in unison. Oh my god, you guys. There we go. All right, Dan's
We
got
did.
it. Take it away.
All right,
The full formal president title thrown. Oh, happy birthday! No, sincerely though, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Do you
Everybody,
wanna share how-
if you're a Tim Talk fan, please go to episode 20 and watch us sing Guile's theme. We did a much better job at that.
do you want to share how old you're turning? How old are you turning? You don't have to say if you don't want to, but I'm curious if you.
Oh,
feel so.
I'm 20. I'm 29. I'm a
Well,
oldie pants.
ooh, that prime. You got one more year.
The
One more
oldie
year.
pants. Gee, thanks. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, really.
Making me feel real good about my 32 years old.
I'm kidding. But anyways, I just wanted to say Mongoose mentioned Krima is announcing a big tweet. While we're recording this, it's Saturday and the tweet's supposed to be coming in on Sunday. We don't know what it is. So
think that
it
means
is not in our show notes and we're
probably
not going to
Pittsburgh
cover it.
release date, right? Like what else would a big tweet be right now with 2 weeks left in July?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's gonna be them
Kasiwa,
saying-
baby.
Yeah, it's gonna be them-
Kasiwa. Or they're gonna be like, they're gonna do a big tweet tomorrow talking about how Kasiwa releases on July 31st
Yeah, that could be
at
it.
11:59 p.m. Eastern time.
There's no way in the last 2 weeks of July when everyone's waiting for Kiswa that they say we have a big tweet and they don't and it not be the Kiswa release date. I feel like I hope they're not that dumb. I hope they don't say we have a big tweet and then it's
I
like
mean,
here's some
you
artwork
know,
from Kiswa.
you know how much of a troll Ya is.
That's true.
Speaking of how much of a troll Ya is, like we go through the Discord and we like round up all the important bits of info.
Before we go there, I want to close out the Sci Park week. You guys were all
Okay.
bad news to report. I will bring everyone's spirits up. I got Luma Clara, so yay for me. It was like around about 1,000.
Wait, you didn't run from it, Vonlin?
No, I didn't run from this one. You should if you watch the clip, I like am so panicky and cooking so slowly and so carefully. So if anything else, running from that Zephyra made me, it's redisciplined me to be more careful. So I got my Luma Clara. It was about 1,000 Clara encounters only, so very, very quick encounter rate and odds. But I did take, I mean, it was probably like 10 hours of hunting for it across 2 full nights, I think, at least. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, so I was very happy with that. But all right, so yeah, kind of I think you're kind of transitioning us into some of the things that y'all was saying on Discord. Which one were you looking at specifically his which direction were you going with that?
Oh, I was just saying, Yaw is the biggest troll. Apparently, there has been a change in development. One of the things that Suki discussed, confirmed for the Kisawa patch, got major changes and updates to it. And we don't, and he was just like, one of the things she discussed has been drastically changed since she explained it.
Oh.
But I'm not saying which one. And I'm just like, really, Yaw? Really? So remember that big list of things that we said are 100% confirmed for Kisawa?
Yeah.
Literally any one of those things could now not be confirmed.
It could be something else, but yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Discord and y'all, let's run through a few of these points. I'm trying to find the notes, and I keep going back to Kennedy is the wisest of wise. No, next note. Y'all hinted at removed and added egg moves for Gaialis. It's a little post from their Discord that says 2 egg moves are getting added and 3 are getting removed. Am I reading that correctly? I think. But we don't know
Yes.
we don't know
Yeah.
which one. But we
We
know
don't
that
know
it's
which ones.
yeah.
So people could be very upset or excited. One of the two.
It's a net loss of 1 total egg move since 3 are getting removed and 2 added. So that still gives Gaialis 4 egg moves. So
Yeah, it already has a lot of egg
yeah.
moves.
It's
Like
got 5.
I'm gonna put out 2 things here. This is pure speculation, but I'm gonna say, because they said they're updating Gaialis's kit to better reflect its typing of being a melee 10. I'm gonna say Hidouchi's safe because they're trying to add more melee moves to it, and Hidouchi is one of its only melee moves. And I'm going to say Earth Wave is probably coming off of Gaialis, where it doesn't make a huge amount of sense for it to have Earth Wave.
It's a solid guess. And since Kennedy's saying this, I don't know why I keep calling you guys. I'm sorry about that. But since Kennedy's telling us this, he probably has the inside info and is 100% accurate on this. So
I mean,
yeah,
knowing Kennedy.
right.
You got to give your Luma Clara to Q&A Angel. That's the price.
What? So
Speaking of giving away Luma O'Claras, so Shinzigami was streaming the other day. I forget which day it was, but Shinzigami was streaming, and I joined into Shinzigami's chat, and I was just joking around and said I banned Shinzigami, and Shinzigami says, "Well, I guess I'm banned." And then we ended up proceeding into a voice chat, and I was taking over Shinzigami's chat by doing all the audio, and I said that Shinzigami would give away the first Luma O'Clara that he found. And he ended up agreeing to it and did actually give away the first Luma O'Clara that he found, I believe. I don't know if he gave it away yet or if he's going to, but either way, he's giving away a Luma O'Clara forced by me.
As of like Monday, he already had like 2 Lumas out of Sci-Park, I think, and was working on his 3rd. So if my memory serves me, by all means, he should give some of those away. That lucky guy. Another Yaw comment from the Discord is he leaked around with quotations the next technical course or is it training course? It's training course. Sorry, that's Pokemon, isn't it? Wait, I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to remember what's it's technical. It's training course, right?
Who knows?
Technique course.
Is it technique course?
Yeah, technique course.
Oh no, you're right. Training course.
Isn't technical course Pokemon? Anyways, sorry, tangent.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
All right, hold on. Pokemon TM stand for. We're really prepared. Technical machine. Okay, so I wasn't making technical does come from somewhere. Anyways, back to Temtem.
From Pokemon.
TC19 is going to be called base jump. So, I don't know. What do we? Any speculation what base jump might be?
I mean, I feel like it has to be I want to say it's a flying type, but I could be wrong because obviously you're not flying, but you're
Jumping.
You have to jump onto something high. So
do you think?
Well, base
know.
jumping is a sport. It's when you jump out of a plane and you try and hit a spot and deploy your parachute as late as possible to get down to the ground first without killing yourself. I
Clips
would,
as well
I
too,
would.
right? Not just planes.
Oh yeah, could
Because
be. I just know you.
parachuting is base
Yeah.
jumping, or is base jumping? I feel like base jumping is jumping off of a cliff,
Like,
not
or like
a bluff.
yeah, I feel like I have the idea of like people jumping off a big bridge into like a canyon when I think of base jumping.
Bungee jumping.
I would
You know,
think this
well, yeah,
base jumping
maybe.
as a Temtem move would be an Earth move. That like you slam into the ground and like send out shockwaves, but I think it would like
I was just
synergize with
saying,
wind.
do we think that the TMs, god dang it, the TCs will be
God
Earth and
dang it,
neutral
Bubba.
and normal based because of since that's what the islands for that. If so, it makes sense to be an Earth move. But I don't know if they'll all be Earth and normal courses.
Mm.
Did we lose Kennedy's audio? I think we might have lost Kennedy's audio.
Caramel and sprinkles. I'm here. I'm here. I was
There's people
talking to my
to you. Okay.
brother-in-law.
Oh, no, as long as you know you're muted, that's fine. We heard him come through a little bit. Tell him he's internet famous now. Thousands of people just heard his voice. Thousands.
Who is that?
All right. Well, so base jump. Next item, another tweet from Temtem was they said while some might be eager to stomp through Kiswa with your level 48 Tems, here's a tip for new players or those looking to challenge themselves. To begin Kiswa, a team of levels 37 to 39 is recommended. Now, do with that info what you might. Right away, my question is, what's your plans for Kiswa content on your teams? You bringing in 48s, TV, SV bread? You bringing in level 37, 39s like they say? What's your guys' thoughts on how you're going to play through Kiswa?
I thought you and I had an agreement that
Yes.
our first playthrough was going to be blind and we were going to do a Luma run of it. So
Correct.
I only
Correct.
have two
Yep.
Lumas. So for me,
You better
it's
get a
going to
third
be
Luma.
it's going to be Kazuma. It's going to be Mushup, and then I'm probably going to bring my Raiken in, which I really, really like Motivator Raiken.
Okay. And are
Like
you
I'll have level.
Are those
I'll have
are they
level
TV
40.
trained?
Yeah, they're all TV trained and they're all level 48. But the thing with it is like Mushup's the only one who's got a good typing. Otherwise, Kazuma's going to have a hard time with typing, and so is Raiken.
Kazuma is gonna have
So
a hard time.
yeah, I'm going to over level Kiswa, but I'm not going to
Okay.
like type stomp through it.
I mean,
Well,
apparently we're already all over leveled because supposedly the ideal level for Kasiwa is 37 to
yeah,
39.
yeah, right. But so do you have plans, Gaishin, to step back and grab 6 Tems that are those level, or are you just gonna use your 48s?
Um, I'm honestly not 100% sure what I'm gonna do. I mean, I know I'm gonna do a blind playthrough. I'm not gonna look up anything. I'm gonna stay away
Yeah.
from the Discord. Anybody in my Discord better not spoil stuff for me. I will fight
Ban.
you. Fight you. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe I'll grab some Tems and just level them up to 37 and go from there because I don't want it to be a walk in the park. And
Right.
I feel like they should have maybe capped the maximum level lower if that's the case, but I I don't know. So
Yeah. And Kenny, to answer, yeah. So for those that don't know, me and Kenny, we're gonna try to co-op through all of Kissawa without looking at anything, and we'll record it and put it online as well. Hopefully, people will find it enjoyable. But yeah, so Kenny, I'm gonna use Lumas as well. I haven't picked which Lumas, but they're gonna be levels 37 to 40. I am gonna TV train them, not because I necessarily want them to be TV trained to play through Kissawa, but since they are Lumas, I don't want their TVs to be random. So just before we start killing Tems and whatnot, I'm gonna TV train them. So,
wait, you TV train something?
Ken, Ken, are you still hiring out services for TV training?
Wait,
Well, I don't
speaking
have
of
any.
Kennedy and
Wait,
TV training,
Gaijin,
how are mine?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'm kidding. I am. I just haven't had the time to get through the current roster I have. I
It's
have 2 Tems that I'm
totally
holding
fine.
on to for people that I have to get to them. And this week, I was like, this week's going to be my catch-up week. I'm going to TV train these Tems. I'm going to give them back to the people so they can do some great battles with them. And then Luma Eclura week happened. I was like, everybody's going to laugh at me if I don't get a Luma Eclura. I got to go for the 3x rates. And then I didn't get it, and I've been traveling. So I'm going to say next week. Next week's going to be my TV training week.
Look at this next tweet. I'm sure most people saw this by now, but just in case, a PSA, they did mention, as they mentioned in early access, Temtem's price will increase with each update. And so they wanted to remind everyone before Kiswa drops so they can make informed choices if they haven't bought a copy. And that the price will go up from 35 US dollars to 37 and a half US dollars. So $2.5 US dollar increase and be adjusted in other currencies. And this actually will kind of be nice for our main topic about multi-accounting if you're thinking about buying a second account or not. But in general, the advice just is if you're thinking of buying an account or you're thinking of buying Temtem or an account, you can save $2.5 if you do it quick now before Kiswa drops, possibly this week or definitely probably the following week.
Yeah, pretty self-explanatory. We covered that last week too, and we've
did
mentioned
we?
this before on
Oh,
the
I'm sorry.
podcast.
I didn't think that we had. I wouldn't have gone over it again. I'm sorry.
I'm honestly, I mean, I'm
full
still
beans,
gonna say
worth
I'm
noting.
honestly surprised. To be honest, I thought it would be more.
Yeah, I did too.
I don't know if we covered that too because I have terrible memory and I have a hard time thinking of anything I just did anyway.
Oh,
So
hard time drinking.
I
Oh, you've been
definitely don't have a hard time drinking.
I wonder if the smart increase is them just trying to keep people happy, or if it means that their total final price isn't going to be $60 or $50, or if they're going to only increase all the way to $50 or $60 at the very end, and they want to keep a slow increase towards. I don't know, but I agree it's interesting. It doesn't seem like much of an increase.
Yeah,
People, of course, on Reddit were still pissed, but that's always happens.
that's what Reddit's for.
Yeah, it's true. Speaking of Reddit, this next item, I posted in Discord. He posted, someone said, "Can I request Lumas? Lumas that have a 1,800, 1 in 8,000 chance to get another special color." And Yaw replied, "This is confirmed." And then someone posted that to Reddit, and Yaw immediately replied and said, "You should never trust me." So I personally think he's just trolling people, but maybe he's not. Maybe they're really gonna have this. I don't know. What do you guys make of it?
I don't. I mean, personally, okay. So here's my thoughts on this. If they do this, I would not hate it. I would not be against it, but I would like to see the Lumas not not be a possibility for Park. They need to 100% not be a thing. Like,
Good,
first of all,
Kennedy, get the sign out. Hashtag no
people
change in Sci Park.
already already kill themselves in Park. Like, they already do so much work trying to get the Lumas that we have, and if they put something like that in Park, people would just oh man, it'd be bad. And then this way it
I
would be
agree.
like the actual collector's item, because currently as it is, yes, 5% are still collector's items. Sure, still a lot less people have them, but putting them in Park at 12 times odds really defeats the purpose of 5% Luma
Yeah.
chance. Like a 5% spawn rate's Luma chance. I mean, you go from 1 in 160,000 to 1 in 13,000. That's just stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Well,
5% are supposed to be like the collector's item, and if everybody has one because they're 12 times odds, is it really?
I am on the opposite boat
Be quiet,
of
Kennedy.
Gaijin.
You're
I
done. You're done.
feel like everybody should only have one Luma. You
We
should only
already
be allowed
heard
to
this
have one.
ridiculous idea, Kennedy.
You should only be able to have one Luma.
Go sit in the corner. Go sit in the corner.
I think adding a Luma chance, an alternate color scheme to Lumas as like a 1 in 8,000 chance of when you're getting that Luma is just absolutely insane, and I definitely think he's joking. Where I saw this most prevalent was when I played a game called Guild Wars 2. Guild Wars 2,
a little
one of
heard of
the
game called Guild Wars 2. I think you could have just said Guild Wars 2.
I'm not saying yeah. But with Guild Wars 2, there was the understanding that our game is going to, like, when you invest your time in it, what you get is what's going to last you into the future, and we're not going to create higher tiers of content. Our content's going to be linear, so when you get the best gear in the game, it is the best gear in the game, and you can go in and tackle all the new content we're going to create, and you just get to enjoy the game.
No.
With that, they made exotics as the highest tier of armor in the game, and then they made ascendants, which like the stats for ascended armor were in so much that you didn't need them to do content, but they made the content more pleasant. And then everybody needed to get ascendants, and then soon the content was made around ascendants, and then they made legendary armor, which legendary armor doesn't have any stat bonuses over ascended armor. It's the same thing, and you don't need legendary armor.
I'm getting lost in the story.
Okay, so here it is.
What's the moral of this?
The takeaway is that you don't
Kennedy's
need
crazy.
this stuff, but because they created another tier of content, that became the in-game content that everybody who was inside of the game had to grind for that mental satisfaction of completion. Yeah, so if you put another set of Lumas above the Lumas that are, it invalidates the Lumas that currently exist. And now why would you settle for a slightly rarer Luma when you can have the rarest Luma?
Yeah, I think you're both right. I'm not just saying that. I think it'd be cool, and I agree that if they're gonna do it, don't put in side parks so people don't kill themselves and they do in the wild. But I also think regardless of where you put it, people will kill themselves. I don't know. Could be good, could be bad. Let's move off it before we talk about Lumos for another entire episode by going to that Discord roundup. And if I may, I need a coffee refill. So do you guys wanna quickly run through this? I don't have my nice.
You.
Yeah, I know. Here, pour through the camera for me, will you? Don't break your webcam.
Do you want to tackle it, or do you want me to?
Hold on a second here. Sorry. Where are we? What are we at?
Discord roundup.
We're at the Discord roundup.
I can't ever leave. You guys just.
Okay. I got this.
I
I got this, Gaijin. Just chime in whenever you want me to stop. Okay. All right. So. All right, so we collected a bunch of conversations. Suki had a huge Q&A on the Discord, and then I think Ya chimed in with a bunch of things, and then Q&A. Angel was really active, and we tried to pull out the bits of stuff that was like interesting and newsworthy. So out of it, we talked about clubs on the show, and it is confirmed. This was something we actually missed in our club discussion. It is confirmed clubs will have a cost, and the cost will be manageable. Moving on from there, the reason that I picked that out was because in response to that, people were talking about being able to re-customize your club banner and your club logo when you create it. There will be features implemented so that you can do that, and there will be a price you have to pay each time you do that. So it won't be free that you'll be able to re-customize your club banner every time. In discussions that were happening on Discord, there was Temtem number 99 in the Tempedia was confirmed a while ago, as y'all saying technically, yes, Temtem 99 will be a part of the Kiswa update. And Suki got asked a couple questions about it, to which Suki said that Temtem number 99 is not cute. Temtem number 9 is badass, and that, I probably shouldn't be cursing on here, BA. And let's tell Vonlin to edit at the 11:37 mark.
No, just
anyways,
Vonlin find it.
Yeah, Temtem number 99 will be BA, and it will probably be a fan favorite in its design.
Man, you guys got through only a half of this in that time. I said,
get out of here, Vonlin.
That's why I can't let you guys.
Vonlin, I dropped a bad word at 11:37. So
well, because someone put it in the. Wait, excuse me. Someone put it in the you know.
Was it the Suki quote?
Doc. Yeah, the badass.
Yes, it was.
I mean, if Suki said it, Suki said it. If Suki said it, we're leaving it in.
There's going to be an in-game chat system that will have in-game moderators per Suki. And the question is, are they going to be volunteer moderators? Are they going to be Crema staff? How will that be handled? And if they're doing that, are they going to also be adding game masters is the real question. Game moderators, well, I don't know exactly what they're technically referred to, but the game needs a GM. The game
Yeah.
needs multiple GMs, even if they're volunteers. The game needs GMs. GMs are the number one way that most of these MMO style games handle botters and inappropriate conduct. There
I
needs to be
agree.
people that are walking
Mhm.
around that can just hop servers at will as well. You should be a GM should be able to just hop through servers and keep an eye on stuff wherever they are. Um, but they need to add more moderation to the game. It's not just chat moderation. Sure, chat moderation will help. And if there's a place where people can sign up for this, where, please, where?
Mhm.
um,
So as jumping in on this too, Gaijin, you said who's going to be doing it. Suki in this comment, she did confirm that she's going to be in game as part of the moderation. She's going to not only be playing through Kiswa on release, but she's going to be in game as a moderator on the in-game chat.
Man, she's gonna be real busy on top of her community manager, and I'm sure 100 other things that we don't know about that she does behind the scenes. Whew.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, unless do you have anything to say on that there, Vonlin, or?
no. I'm all about rapid firing through this, so please go
Okay,
ahead.
rapid fire. Yeah, I'm sure we're not the only people to have heard that in your lifetime.
Oh,
Yeah, why Ori Zao and
I got a clip for you about that, but we'll that's
Zao,
neither here nor
Zao
there.
why Ori and Zaobon are at front of Tempedia. Before digital, there wasn't a Tempedia. Uh, first of all, who spelled Tempedia there? But
All right,
anyway,
these yeah, these are notes. You don't have to read them directly. More criticism from me here. Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, they're there. I'm supposed to be going through them. And
So
the
just to back up a second, someone asked why Ori and Zabolian were at the front of the Tempedia because they thought digital Tems didn't exist first, so why would they be classified first? And then
see,
the answer is what you were saying.
this is why we need to. You got to put like the actual quote because I don't. Anyway, um, so the Kasiwa patch will be split into two patches. Before the next island, things like player housing and stuff will come later. So first we're going to get the island, and then later we're going to get housing and stuff like that. So it's interesting that they're splitting it again. I understand it. They this way they don't have to rush certain stuff. I'm sure trying to create player housing and stuff is going to be a mess. Not a mess,
Yeah.
just it's not easy, trying to decide where everything fits pixel wise and all this stuff. But yeah,
I 100% am okay with this, and I'm glad they
yeah,
clarified it because I was talking with people, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we get housing in this month," and I was like, "Wait, do we?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's under the Kissable patch release." I'm like, "There's no, they didn't mention it in their roundup." No, I'm like, "There's no way that we're getting everything and housing." So I'm glad to know it's not
no,
coming, and I'm
yeah.
okay with it not coming. I want the housing to be good,
I
and I'd
don't,
rather let them focus on Kissawa and chat and clubs and give us the housing a little bit later in the summer.
I don't want
Yeah,
them to
just to make
rush anything.
Right. Me too.
Yeah, just to make sure we get this point across clearly to everybody, it's the note that y'all said on the Discord is that there will be two updates following the Kissawa patch that will add more content to the game, like player housing. That was the full quote. And we're assuming, the other things that are unconfirmed in the Kiswa patch that they'll be coming in the other part of the summer.
Thank you, Kennedy. I didn't see that quote itself, so it's hard for me to quote it
Yeah,
accurately when
so
it's not there.
most of the time I print screen these, and using software on my computer, I just like cut out the print screen and post it to this document.
Do you want
But
me to tell you a secret, Kennedy?
what's
Windows
up?
Windows key plus Shift key plus S allows you to take a screenshot of whatever section you'd like to screenshot. You don't need print screen anymore. It's just there.
Ooh,
And then
that's
Most Windows
interesting. Okay.
you can just hit Control V to wherever you want to paste it to. So as soon as you do Windows Shift S, it takes a screenshot of it just gives you
Yeah.
the option to select, and then you
is
just Control V
is
it.
that a hotkey for the snipping tool? Because that's what I like using.
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
hotkey for the snipping
So
tool.
you can also
Okay.
just search
Cool
snipping
beans.
tool on Windows and it pulls
Or
up the
just
snipping tool.
don't pull up the snipping tool and just do Windows Shift S, Vonlin. Gosh, listen to me,
Come on,
man.
I can't remember
Boomer,
hotkeys.
get out of here.
Hey, you're older.
So how we did
You wanna-
these notes was I read them out loud, and then Von Lin wrote down the notes. So that's
Yeah.
why
So,
it was quick.
that
So
explains everything.
and
Hey,
the last
Dan, do you want to get the cursor out of my mouth?
it's probably there on purpose.
I'm sure it is.
The last Discord note is just that in Kislewa they confirmed that every untamed or wild tem will have an earth or neutral type. So all the tems are going to be able to catch will have at least one of those two types. So pretty interesting to know. But with that, let's jump into some. We got 2 listener questions today, so that's very exciting. A little bit of heal up the tems. So if you want to be like these awesome listeners who wrote in questions, email temtalkshow@gmail.com. The first one comes from Kilo Kangaroo, and they wrote, so a lot of people say they don't want Kislewa released on a SciPark week, but I have a question. How would you like it if they did something like Karuin, they said I might be spelling it wrong, but was in SciPark week on a Luma week on the same week Kislewa release. So they're saying if Kislewa does come out during a Luma SciPark week, would it make people feel better or worse that a Luma from Kislewa released the same week? What's your guys' thoughts on this? I'm sure you got. I know Kennedy.
No,
Do it.
you already know mine, but
Yeah.
Kennedy, I'll let you go first. We always have very differing opinions.
Do it.
Go.
Do it. I feel like Emperor Palpatine on this. Just do it. Go ham. Release. So we already know this probably isn't going to happen, and the reason why we know that is because they actually programmed the SciPark weeks months ahead of time of what the SciParks are going to be, and they didn't know when they are going to be releasing Kislewa inside of July. So I'm going to assume we're probably not going to see any Kislewa Tims in SciPark anytime in July. But that said, I would be all for this. I like choices in game. I like people having to decide what content they want to do and what content they want to pursue in game. I like being able to think like, oh, do I want to go Luma hunt? Do I want to play through new content? Do I want to try out these cool new things on ladder? That's fun to me when the game feels big and the world feels big and my options feel big. I did not like Luma 2i week where it's just like, my option this week is to Luma hunt for 2i. If I want to make money, I need 2i. If I want to, have a fancy Luma, I need 2i. And there was no competitive battling because everybody else was hunting 2i. So for me, I'm cool with it.
I'll speak maybe for Gaijin, but I mean, actually, your reasoning might be different than mine, but I'm totally against that. I disagree completely, respectfully. I feel bad when there's too many things to do and I can't do them all. Like I hate this week that's a Luma that I want and a Talamore hack because unless I kill myself playing the game, I can't get it all, and I just feel like I'm missing out on stuff, and I got FOMO. And if Kislewa drops, I'm gonna want to play Kislewa, and I'm gonna feel bad that I'm not gonna get whatever that Kislewa Luma is right away. So I want SciPark week to be a duds for a couple of weeks when Kislewa comes out, so I can play Kislewa for a few weeks and not have FOMO that I wasn't doing SciPark.
I wish SciPark was a dud every week.
Okay,
but that's just me personally.
Kennedy, you're a dud. I think what they should do is close SciPark. No SV week
for a couple
no
weeks.
Luma week. Not a couple weeks. A week. The first week.
Yeah, I'd be fine
close
with that.
SciPark.
I'd love that.
I'd like to see them close SciPark for the week. Give people an opportunity to enjoy the new content they just put out. Don't put any Temtem in SciPark. This way, people, especially not good ones. I mean, if you're gonna do a Luma week, do Hidati. Just Hidati. Hidati and Taifu. I mean, something nobody cares about. And
we're aligned completely on that. Then
they need to have something that's either just it's not there or it's not a FOMO situation. This way, people can enjoy the content. They just spent all this time making this content. The last thing they want to do is put a Kislewa Tem in SciPark. This way, people don't feel the need to rush directly through the content Um, and just, do everything in Kasiwa and all of a sudden just be Luma hunting. They need to make it so that people can enjoy the content. They spend all this time crafting. Give us time to play through it, experience it, all of the new music, all the new Tems, all the new evolutions, do all the quests, which hopefully the quest tracker will be semi more functional, but I doubt. Still,
Yeah, we haven't heard about anything to that, have we?
yeah, I think it's looking towards the end. But I mean, I think
Yeah.
they really need to prioritize that though at this point. Like it should have never released in the state it's in. It's usable, but come on, quests are a huge part of this game. If there's no quest log that I can open up and look at all my quests and see, okay, what do I need to do today? Like, it just come on.
This this is a tangent, but you make a good point. I love so much about Temtem. It's very hard. I usually don't criticize anything, but I feel like the quest system so far is like them kind of saying, "Oh, Temtem's an MMO. Well, what makes an MMO? Oh, we'll have quests." But not
Quest.
really. It's not really like a
It
big feature of the game, is it? When
it
none of us are
feels
spending
like
a
a
ton of time
forethought.
doing it. Right, 100%, 100%. I think that's why it's not a priority. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm glad they're making the effort. I'm glad it's there, but I 100% feel like it's just like, oh, we can call it an MMO if we have a couple of quests and a quest log that doesn't work.
I mean, to be fair, they did add a lot of quests. There are a lot of side quests, which I really appreciate, but if they're going to take this time to craft all these side quests, they need to give us
Mm,
something so that we can properly view what we're doing, what we
Yeah,
need to do, and what steps need to be taken. Right now, it's what, three? Is it three or four that it shows? And you have to clear
yeah.
out one of those if you wish to pull in another quest. But
And you say
either
a
way,
lot, but if you wanted to sit down and say, I want to do every quest available after you've beaten the game, you could probably do it in a night, couldn't you? You could eliminate every quest in one sitting.
I mean, yeah, sure, you could, but keep in mind, again, we're only halfway through. Who's to say they're not going to
Right.
add more quests as they go along? And
Right.
again, that could be detrimental to the fact that maybe, just maybe, quests were an afterthought, not
Well,
a forethought. I think I said
n-
forethought earlier, but not
no, you
forethought.
said afterthought. You said afterthought.
Okay.
I hope I'm looking forward to if implemented well dailies and weeklies. I'm okay if the quest feature is just there so I can eventually have that kind of repeatable content there. That feels more MMO to me. And I'm okay with that. If I can get like a daily quest to go do whatever, like
Yeah, I
I'll
want
be
to
a sucker
see
for that.
daily quests, not just um the free tem quest, like, here you go,
Yeah.
catch all these and release them. Like, I want something a little more interactive than
Yeah.
catch this and do that. But okay, we're way off topic
Yes,
at
we
this
are.
point.
Let's look at our
But
next question from Jan
back to
Tan.
the question.
Yeah,
No Kasiwa Tem side park, preferably closed side park. Let us enjoy content. Give us a break, for the
I
love of
agree.
God, please.
Yeah, let us do Kissel.
I
But
I do want to say thank you, Kilo Kangaroo, for the question.
yes, 100% thank you. And thank you to Jantan for this next question. Jantan writes, "Hi TemTalk. I have a question or thought. I didn't pre-read this, so because Jantan just sent this in shortly before the show, so hopefully I'm not about to get trolled or memed in this. This
Who's
is the first time
Jantan?
I'm hearing it. I have a question or a thought that I have thought about a bit. As we all know, Kissa will come out anytime, and most of us want to meet all these new Tems, moves, items, gear, and more. Amen, Jantan. However, we know almost nothing if we will get our crystal skates back. Oh, this is about crystal skates. Uh-oh.
Oh
So I thought
God, Tataru.
hey, blame Jantan. So I sat down for a day and let my imagination wander away a bit and came up with a thought and maybe an opportunity. Because we crashed on Tukuma and lost most items we found again, all except the skates. So then my thought is, since we'll be getting climbing gear when Kiswa is released, after making some progress in the story, is there a chance we'll find our missing you know what's still on Tukuma? Is there a
No,
place we can climb in Tukuma so the chance is still there? This is a wild guess, but I'm curious to hear your views, thoughts on this. I'll just really quickly. My thought is what you said makes sense, but I don't think we'll get it in Kisawa. But I could
no.
see us climbing to some area where they are.
I don't see it.
I don't think we're getting them.
I don't see it happening. I honestly don't think we're getting them back yet. I'm going to assume it's the next island.
Hmm.
Why that is, I don't know. I genuinely don't know why they would just end up on another island or whatever. I don't know. But I don't think we're gonna see them in Kasiwa. I just don't.
Kennedy, what do you think?
I think there's opportunity with the crystal skates. They took them out of the game,
There goes another
not
one,
for
Gavin.
not for story reasons, but because the game was like not built and people were bugging out in the some of the end game areas with the crystal skates, and so they haven't added them back into the game yet. As far as how they can add them back in, there's a bajillion and one ways. But like we saw with the surfboard, I really like the re-implementation of it. Not only did we get our surfboard back, but we got our surfboard that let us access like more cool areas. With now it has well, spoiler warning, but now it has acid protection in it. I think there's the opportunity to do that with crystal skates of just like, oh yeah, your crystal skates are gone, but we can build you better crystal skates that, I don't know, can now glide on lava or something.
Hmm.
Interesting. I
But
like
yeah,
it.
I agree with both of you. I don't think we're getting them back this patch. And if when we do get them back, I would much rather than build it into the storyline of just like, hey, here's your crystal skates back for reasons, rather than just like, hey, all of those bugs in that area is now fixed, and we just re-added crystal skates to the game. So I'd rather they build it in something like this of like we climb up a mountainside and then we get our crystal skates or something.
Well, thank you, Kilo Kangaroo and Jan Tanger for the questions. I think it's almost probably all of our favorites or one of our favorite parts of the show when people write in. So again, temtalkshow@gmail.com. You're pretty much guaranteed to get on the air if you send in a question. Uh, Dan, I want to keep us chugging along here. Do you want to pull up the community art link and just quickly show off these 4 arts? Um, so I didn't see anything on Reddit that I really liked and wanted to feature. So I just pulled up their weekly roundup of fan art from Twitter. We've never actually talked about or showed it. So Dan will just slowly have these on stream. The first one is like a Kissawa tamer with the new Temtems, and by far my favorite of the 4 of these that was shared right now. I really like this one. And there's 3 other ones as well, Dan. You can just click through them quickly, Dan. You don't want to stand any too long here. If you want to pull up the next one. And Dan, while you go through these, we'll just move on to what we've been talking about as you cycle through these. So we did the what have we been up to this week? We kind of covered this already a little bit with just our SciPark summaries. I'll just add for myself real quick and then open it up to you guys that I I did a lot of I wasn't at home, so I played on Steam Link a lot this week, and I gotta say it worked really great, and I was very happy with Steam Link. And I thought it was a very nice way to play a mobile version of Temtem. So I was gonna, guys, I wanted to get you play on Steam Link too from your bedroom. You said, right?
I do. Yeah, I mean, not just my bedroom, but yeah, I play on Steam Link a lot. Usually I'll switch it up between GeForce Now and Steam Link. If I'm
Yeah. Can you tell me what the
it,
differences, pros, cons of that, and do you use a controller when you do either of them?
so normally when I'm doing Steam Link, I try to because I hate the way Steam Link is set up for the controllers. I know it's very customizable, but for some reason the controller that it always recommends for me every time I start up the game is just absolute complete and utter trash.
Like the default controls on the screen
Yeah,
of, yeah, I know.
yeah.
Every time I gotta adjust it myself too. I feel
And
that. Yeah.
I hate adjusting it, so I just use a controller. So I bought this one from 8-Bit Dough called the SM30 Pro Plus, and it works really well for playing, games remotely or whatever. But
Sure.
GeForce Now
Oh, that's
is
cool.
like the controller on it is fantastic.
And
So I
that
use
controller
that.
that you just held up, that is compatible Steam Link? It doesn't have to
Yeah,
be a Steam Link controller? That's what I was wondering about, if I had to use a Steam controller.
yeah. I mean, you can even use. So I have the Xbox
Yeah.
Elite V2, and I use that as well. As
Oh,
long as it's a
cool.
Bluetooth controller, it works perfectly fine.
Awesome.
Um,
Ooh.
But GeForce Now is so the difference between them is GeForce Now is you're streaming off of NVIDIA's own hardware, not yours. So when you're using Steam Link, you're using your own PC. When you're
Okay.
using GeForce Now, you're using a PC on NVIDIA's servers.
So
So
can my
basically,
PC
you're
be my PC could be turned off? It doesn't interact with it at all?
correct. Yeah, yeah. GeForce Now
Oh,
just
interesting.
turns on it uses connects to one of the many PCs NVIDIA has in their server rooms, and you just play on their hardware.
Is that a completely free service? How did
No,
they
it's
get away with that?
$5 a month.
Okay, that's the diff. So
So
Steam
it
Link's
does,
free.
yeah,
Okay,
it does
I
cost money
see.
where Steam Link's free because you use your own hardware. But for
Right,
me, I don't have AC in my room yet. So if I'm not in here and it's 95 degrees outside, I don't have to worry about extra heat and my PC
right.
getting really hot and gross
No,
just
I think
because.
I think it's worth it. Not having to leave my PC on for the whole week while I'm away.
Yeah, and I mean,
Um,
you can just use it when you need it. So if you're traveling a lot 1 month, you just use use that.
And I got one quick question. I think you already answered, but I just want to be sure. And then Kennedy, I'll open this up to you because you have some notes about a tablet. You said any Bluetooth controller. Do you know? So I have like a Switch Pro controller. Do you think that would work
Mhm.
then? Oh God,
Uh,
so no,
is
maybe
is
not.
the Switch Pro Bluetooth or is it
Oh,
wireless?
it's Okay, you're right. I have no idea. It's
Because
not wired.
because
That's all good.
Nintendo's very, very I know you can connect it to a computer and use it through the cable, but I don't
Yes.
think you can actually use it that way through
Yeah,
Bluetooth
you're
'cause I don't
right.
think it's
I have no
Bluetooth.
idea. I don't know that. Huh. Well,
Knowing
if anyone
knowing
if anyone
Nintendo.
knows in chat or send me a message somewhere, because I already have that controller, and if that works, I mean, I'll give it a try. But if anyone knows, let me know. With that said, Kennedy, you're anything else this week for you? And your note, you mentioned this tablet thing. Why don't you tell me about this?
Oh, yeah, a huge thing about my family out here, they're ultra competitive, and we have, like, board gaming nights. And, the other night, like, as, we're sitting down to all play cards, I was, like, pulling out my tablet PC and just like, "I got to Luma Hunt. I've got it to Luma Hunt, guys." So my whole family was at the table, and I was just running around, running from encounters on my little Windows
Were-
Surface 3.
And how'd that work for you? How was that for you?
I probably did like 30 encounters before like the 15 FPS was like killing me.
Oh, so you didn't like the frame rates you're getting. It wasn't the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. I might start leaving my gaming laptop on when I go places and try this Steam Link again. I've used Steam Link before and I didn't hate it.
Did you
So
think that frame rate was that your hardware or just maybe your internet connection where you were?
oh yeah, this thing's I think it's definitely got something smaller than an i5 in it. I don't remember what it is. It's a Pro Surface 3. So I'll look what's inside of it, but it's definitely the CPU not being able to keep up.
Guys, before I don't know, do you have anything else for this section, guys? And before I move us along for your week, I think you kind of said that you took a little bit of a breather, right?
Yeah, I've just been playing Ooblets and Sea of Thieves
Oh,
mostly, but
Dan, you put playing Ooblets. I'm sorry to cut you off, guys. You just reminded me of Ooblets. So, Dan, you
yeah.
you you wrote in our notes playing Ooblets. Dan, would you like to take a minute to tell the
Yeah,
people
come
what
on,
Ooblets
Dan,
is?
come be our fourth guest for a second.
Yeah, participate.
I am. Hello.
Hello.
So what Ooblets basically is, it's a farming game where you can catch pets, and these pets don't battle, they dance. So if you
Dance
find
battle.
some other guy who has Ooblets, they will dance off. And it's an amazing game, it's really relaxing. And not only do you have Lumas there, or shinies, or gleamies as they are called in the game, but you also have an uncommon form, so you have to catch them 3 times.
3.
And
Ooh.
every day they switch up and they show up in your town, and you need specific ingredients to battle them. So
Yep.
some want a cake that you battle them, some want berries or
To
something
battle
like
them or
that.
to dance with them? I thought you
Dance
don't battle.
Well,
Well,
it is a
they're
dance
called dance
battle,
battles.
right?
Okay.
Dance battle. So it's an amazing game if you want to pick it up. It's right now on Epic Games Store. I shouldn't even advertise it, I guess. But
No,
anyway,
it's
it's
perfectly
alright.
fine. I
great
mean,
game.
yeah, this is a TemTalk podcast, but we're happy to talk about other games too,
Yeah.
especially if it's in the creature collecting
Right. I would
genre.
say it's the same
mean,
genre.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I
it's an
highly
indie game.
recommend it. I have
Yeah,
3
it's an indie
Gleamies
game.
already.
Screw you, Dan. So, it's another indie game that's a creature collecting game with an incredible soundtrack that is,
Yes.
it's really good. It's basically like if you took Harvest Moon, Animal Crossing, and Pokemon and meshed them together. Also Just Dance. Add Just Dance in there.
That's a strong recommendation. I like that. Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
check it out. Everyone else should too.
Yeah, I think it's $5 off right now on the Epic Game Store, and yes, it's an Epic Game Store exclusive. For those of you who are, the Epic Game Store, you know, it's there. If you want to play it eventually, it's gonna come to Steam in a year. But you know, yeah, I'm not gonna get into the whole argument of Epic Games versus Steam.
No, let's keep moving around. Let's keep moving along here. Let's so we'll go to our game suggestion idea factory. So I got this idea from Reddit user StirBlueKP posted that they should let us customize our surfboards, and I just thought, yeah, that'd be sweet. I like that. So real quick, what would you guys put on your surfboard if you could customize it?
The club logo, whatever your club logo is,
Oh, that's a great idea.
Able to allow it to
Ooh.
appear on the surfboard.
Yeah, that's
that would
really
be
good.
super cool.
That would actually be really cool.
Mhm.
I mean, I think they should have just so what I think they need to do is they need to have maybe monthly art contests for art that could be put onto surfboards, or
Yeah.
even just, you know, art that you could put in your rooms. You know, I think that would be super
Oh,
cool
yeah.
and really, really nice and engaging for the community. And then this way they would save Crema some time. And then they could just, you know, take the art that users they could provide, like, you know, a template, like here's the surfboard template, design something for
Right.
it. And then, you know, they could put that in the game. And then if somebody gets selected, they just give them a free copy of that surfboard or whatever.
Yeah.
So I
That's
think
sweet.
that would be super cool.
I love it. I love that. I love everything about that. And I'd be happy too, just as a starting point, just if we could pick like out of the Temtem in the game, we could put, you know, one of them on it or something. Put your favorite Temtem on the board. Okay. Oh, Kennedy, I'm sorry. Oh no, yeah, Kennedy, you already went. So you got anything else on the surfboards idea? I took that as a no. Well, we're gonna skip Temtem of the week. We're cutting it. It was gonna be Cerny. We'll push it back. Looking at the time. Community events. We didn't put anything in the notes. You guys don't have anything you wanted to add that we didn't put in the notes, did you, for this week?
Yeah, I
No.
watched movies last night. I did not watch any tournaments,
Oh,
unfortunately.
yeah, I meant to ask you before the show, and now this is going to be in the show. But very quickly, was Knives Out the movie you watched, or did you watch a different movie?
Yes, I watched
Okay,
Knives
what was
Out,
Knives
and then we got halfway through Malibu's Most Wanted.
Okay. Nice.
Wait, who gets halfway through a movie? I mean, you either watch it or you don't, Kennedy.
Hey, we're like halfway through like 2 movies right now that we
Oh
have to
God,
pick up and finish.
Stop it. That's not how movies work. They're not TV
I
series.
I love movies. I love movies, but my partner,
Clearly
I
not.
understand
Not enough.
she only has so much bandwidth where she can sit still and look at something. So like once we hit that limit, we just get up and we do something else.
Did you? We don't have a new challenge of the week, Kenny. Did you want to follow up on the challenge of the week from last week?
Hey, I told everybody I had a TV trained Gaialis with Earthwave. I won a couple of games with my Gaialis. I kept trying to use Earthwave, but like either the times where I got my Gaialis really set up where I knew Earthwave was going to KO anything coming in, people conceded, or I just like I had one game on your stream last week, Vonlin. I think you spectated me, where it's just like I set up the strategy, you know, I threw out my Valash and my Gaialis, and the opponent was just like, how do I respond to this? What if I put a little bit of damage on both of these Tims rather than like gunning one down? And I just swept the whole game with Valash. And I was just like, well, that's not even fun. So I mean, I think I beat the challenge of just like I intended to win with Earthquake, but I didn't knock out.
Did you say it's not fun to sweep someone in a competitive match? Because I honestly can't think of anything that's more fun.
I went 5-0 in a competitive match. Like I knocked out 5 Tims and didn't lose a single one. And it's just like I shouldn't be at my TMR, but I just don't play enough to get higher. And then when I lose one game, I get knocked down like 30 points and I have to start climbing all over again. And I win one and I get like 6 points.
All right, well let's see here. But we got some time left. Let's go ahead and let's go to our main topic of the week. My favorite music. So we wanted to talk about multi-accounts today and running multiple accounts. We want to talk about the benefits of it, the cons of it, is it morally okay? Where do people stand on it? It's a good spectrum, and like I said, the price is about to go up, so we think it's relevant to talk about maybe buying a second account right now.
Well, I mean, we can prove its relevancy right now. If you are a TemTalk host right now and you own a second account, please raise your hand. Yeah, look, see, everybody here has a second account, so it's relevant to discuss.
We might be a little biased. We'll have to all recuse ourselves a little bit up front and say that we're a little biased in favor of them. But I'm more than happy to introduce this topic. But at the same time, I know guys, this was kind of your topic. Do you want to introduce it, or should I get it rolling? It's up to you.
I can introduce it.
Yeah.
So recently in Shintigami's chat, I'm not gonna name names or anything like that, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. And one viewer in particular was discussing how they thought that multiple accounts was pay to win, and I disagreed. We were having a discussion. I mean, it's a pretty commanding topic, and obviously, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about such a thing. And we were going over, the oh god, the law of averages and a bunch of different stuff while discussing this. So in theoretically, statistically, you should have better odds at finding a Luma with 2 accounts. But the real question is, does that give you an advantage? Is that pay to win in this kind of game? So my argument was that it's a skin. Yes, it has slightly better stats than you would find normally, but you can also find normal Temtem with 3 or 4 perfect stats. Like, it's very possible, especially during an SV week. And so getting extra Lumas, personally, it's my opinion is that it's a skin. It's a cosmetic. That's like saying in Fortnite, buying extra skins gives you an advantage. It's pay to win, but it's not. If you have a Luma because you have 2 accounts, then you're still putting in the work. You're still putting in the effort, and yes, you're using 2 accounts. You're effectively doubling your odds. But let me tell you something. As somebody who has 2 accounts, and one of those accounts has not found a Luma in 6 weeks, the law of averages is still a theory. It's statistically sure it should ultimately end with me having more Lumas than somebody with 1 account, but I can tell you there are many people with 1 account, magical one, that have way more Lumas than I do with
Yeah.
less hours than me.
Well,
And that's
real
on
quick,
both accounts.
the example for my own account is I have 6 Lumas total, but 4 of those I all got on my main account. So my alt account's only yielded 2 extra Lumas, which it's 2 extra, but it's not like I have 8 Lumas and 4 on each account, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, so, the real question is it pay to win? Like, would that be considered winning? Because, part of the game is creature collecting, and obviously part of the creature collecting aspect is getting Lumas. So it's not like you're getting a chance at something that nobody else can get. You're eventually everyone will have the opportunity.
Well, let's
Um, but
yeah,
I'll let
sorry, I
you
didn't mean to
guys
cut you off.
I'll
Oh,
let
so I
you
was gonna say,
guys
yeah,
go
I'll
with
let
your
Kennedy.
opinions on this.
Yeah, Ken, I'll let you weigh in, but I just the other half of the coin I think worth mentioning, where I agree with you on the Lumas, and I overall I don't think it's pay to win or it's not a problem, but where I could see people making a stronger argument is in the other stuff you can do with the second count. For instance,
Don't
you can
even with
straight
the
up.
storage.
No, not the storage. The storage is the thing, but like you can farm more pansons per hour, right? If you're free temming. I don't think it's really that big of a deal, but in theory, you can make more in-game money with a second if you're going to free tem with 2 accounts at once.
If you're good at it, maybe. Let me tell
Yeah,
you, I've tried free temming with both my
yeah,
accounts,
it's
and
awful. It's an awful
it's
experience.
not nearly as simple as running away from Temtem. Trying to catch, and it's so much more of a task to do it with two accounts.
I mean, Kennedy, you've been holding your silence. So, what's your thoughts on all this? Come on in, let us know.
Again, I am the outlier here on this.
Okay, that's good.
Where
We need a good talk show needs to have conflicting opinions and people from both
Devil's
sides. So,
advocate Kennedy.
yeah. Go ahead.
I think it's absolutely pay to win for multiple accounts. I got a second account because it's 100% a net benefit to have two accounts playing this game. In regards to Lumas, it's really hard to have that conversation of is it pay to win with Lumas, because Lumas, aren't necessarily something that make your game better or easier as you go through the game. So the only time when that discussion is relevant is when you're talking about things like Josh Stryker's Luma tournament, where you need Lumas to compete. And then the more access you have to Lumas and the more access you have to telomere hacks to make those Lumas better means the better you're going to do in those types of tournaments. But disregarding that and putting that out, I don't think it's pay to win with Lumas. But I think there is pay to win having two accounts, but there's a maximum potential of pay to win with two accounts, as far as there gets to be a boiling point where the amount of time you can put into TemTalk across the different amounts of accounts you have does reach a limit where it isn't as feasible. I think for me, I'm comfortable at two accounts. Some people, I've seen do like 3 or 4, which I think that gets a little crazy. But if you have that type of time, the benefits you get from having multiple accounts, first of all, you can only restart your account so many times per week. And I believe it's once per week you can reset your account. So if you have 3 accounts and you're quick at playing through the story, you can essentially play through the story twice a week. Playing through the
10
story
days.
twice a week is going to
Nope.
10
If you
days.
trade,
Okay.
it's if you trade yourself, it's 10 days. So to beat the game, trade yourself, you'd have to wait 10 days.
Okay, so yeah, 10 days. So if you're quick, that means you have access to Smazzy and Hochik, which you can keep resetting and getting those Tims. And they, with even just not doing anything with them, breeding them once and selling the breed off, the breed offs with 6 fertility or 7 fertility sell for 100,000 Pansun. Because there's limited access to them. So the one benefit there is that you're able to get essentially 100,000 Pansun.
I see people listing that price and selling it at that price, but do you think there's a lot of transactions actually
I
occurring
thought
for
I
that?
want to buy at that price.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, I bred my Smazzy trying to get different things on it, so I was out of the fertility range of what they wanted for it, so I couldn't sell mine. But I think that that's a net benefit. Then the other benefit is that there is no way to recustomize your character or get some of these starter clothes, and a lot of people sell those starter clothes for pretty expensive, like 40,000 Pansun per item. You can get those items essentially for free, and not only can you get them for free, but you have an account that you can keep restarting to sell those for free. And if you milk your second account for all it's worth and the time limit you do it for, you can get essentially 200,000 Pansun with probably putting in about maybe 15 to 20 hours of work each week in the game, which that's much better than you're going to get for free timming. And that's, unless you're exceptional at rank, that's much better than you're going to do for ranked games. The other thing that I feel like it's beneficial for, but nobody talks about currently, with the amount of items in game, you can only have one team put together at a time, and inside your competitive box, even though we have slots for 3 competitive things, you get more items across your other accounts, so you can divide your train Tims up across the 2 accounts.
That's a good point, but that's not helping you win anymore. That's totally just convenience.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're great at TemTalk, that's Pansuns per hour with ranked ladder, which is the best way to PP.
Yeah, but it's not really making you, just because it takes like a couple seconds to switch items around if you want a different team versus on 2 different accounts. But before, that's just a small detail. Before, guys, I'm not gonna let you reply and we can debate it more. I'll throw out my overall feelings on this topic, and I think it's important to ask the question, what does pay to win mean exactly, and defining that. And for me, the answer is if you pay money and instantly get an advantage or an edge or in-game items. I can't hear it. Are you actually pointing or just holding it up?
I'm waiting for you to finish talking.
No, go ahead. I'm going to pause for it. Let's get that ASMR. I can't hear it at all. Can you kind of do? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, I heard it.
It's starting and stuttering, so it just sounds like someone peeing.
Yeah, real quick.
baby.
So, Vonlin, in
Yeah.
response to what you just said, that's not how I define pay to win.
Hold on. Let me get my whole stance. Let me get my whole
I
stance,
know.
and then you respond.
I wanna talk on this. By what you said about pay to win, I would say
Yeah.
it's not pay to win though.
Okay.
I define pay to win a little differently, but by how
Sure.
you defined it, then I'll say it is not pay to win.
So I think that like it's pay to win is I give you $20 and you give me a high level 10 immediately, or I give you $20 and you give me a Luma 10, or I give you $20 and you give me 100,000 Pansuns. I think you're paying for it to just play when you pay this money and get that second account, you're just turning on the option and the feature to play the game and get more out of the game. You still have to do everything on that second account to get the extra Lumas, to get those Pansuns, to get whatever you want. You have to play with the game. You're just paying to play the game twice as much at the same time. But everything you get, you still have to play to get. You have to put the time and you have to spend the hours for your time. You have to play the time playing through the story and resetting. It gives you the option for all that, but you're not just paying the $35 and instantly getting anything besides some starting clothes, I guess, but I think that's pretty small. So that's why I don't feel like it's pay to win, but I get where people are coming from on that topic. So that's my overall feelings on it. So by all means,
my rebuttal for this, and my rebuttal for the person discussing this, saying that you get more chances because you have two accounts, is what if I play less than somebody else? Is having more time, more free time to
is
play,
that pay to win? Yeah.
is that pay to win? Time is money. And if you're taking your time and putting it into playing Temtem and you have double or triple the amount of hours I have or can put in, is that pay to win too? I mean, either way, you're putting in effort. Whether you decide to put it in through way more hours than somebody else, or you decide to buy a second account and put in double the amount of time in the same amount of time, you're still putting in more time, more effort. Like you still have to work for it. There's no guaranteed. You could get a second account and not find another Luma for 600 hours on that account. It's happened. There's people that have gone hundreds of hours without a single Luma. I mean, you could have a second account and never find a Luma. There is that statistical odd. There is that probability. There is that chance. Like, it's pay to win it gives you an advantage. It puts you ahead of other players because you paid more money immediately. Like the results are instant gratification for pay to win. You buy high level gear, like Vonlin was saying, you buy a powerful weapon. Pay to win is supposed to just make it easy for you to stomp other people, or get ahead in the game. There's still a chance you'll never find a Luma. Sure, those chances aren't great that you'll never find one, but tell that to people who have hundreds of hours with nothing. I see it time and time again in my chat. People come in, they talk about having played for 600 hours, 400 hours, 300 hours, and no Lumas. It very well is possible. Even if you buy a second account, you still have to put in the time. You still have to put in the effort. You have to do the work. Like, either way, you're putting in your time, your effort for chances. Yes, you may be effectively doubling your odds or tripling, depending if you have 3 accounts, like some crazy people. But like, to manage multiple accounts like that takes a lot of energy, time, and focus to do it. Like,
well, if you are doubling your odds, you're doubling the amount of clicks and gameplay you have to do as well. So it's not like it's the same amount of effort and you double your odds. It's just you can control 2 characters and click twice as much and play twice as much. But
right, you're still doing all the work. You're not just all of a sudden, here you go, here's double the amount of encounters. All of a sudden you get 4 encounters on one account.
That would be pay to win for sure, right?
Yeah.
So as far as like responding to all that was discussed, I define pay to win a little bit differently than you guys, and so why I said it's pay to win in my viewpoint is that yes, you do have to, once you buy the account, you do have to spend hours on that account in order to get the benefits of the account. But for me, when I say pay to win, I say, can you spend money on a game and get an advantage that makes the game easier for you? And having
Fair.
two accounts, I think, is absolutely a benefit to playing this game. And if it wasn't a benefit, I don't think all three of us would have two accounts. And I don't feel like anyone that's seriously invested in TimTim would have multiple accounts. There just is a quality of life that makes this game easier when you have two accounts. Just in general, I think
That's
nobody can
that's
contest
true.
that fact.
That's a really
Um,
good point.
the other
Yeah.
the other thing that is worth stating too, just in regards to Luma hunting for hours in, Vonlin, I watched your stream. I watched your stream Monday night,
Hmm.
or not Monday night, Sunday night when you were Luma hunting across two accounts, and I had TemTracker open, and I was trying my best to keep up with you. I did not
Yeah.
have like more than a half second between getting an encounter and being
Yeah.
able to click to exit the encounter. I would be
Is that
spamming
on
A
both your
for
accounts? You're running both accounts?
no, I only have one account. Well, I
Oh,
have
okay.
two accounts, but I only have one account capable of Luma hunting. My second
Okay.
account is currently
Okay.
inside of the second island. But
Okay. Go
anyways,
on.
I hit 193 encounters, not letting any time pass between my stuff. You hit, I believe, 394 encounters across your two accounts. So just to put into perspective the amount that you're able to do in the same hour, um, you were pretty leisurely going, but I mean, I feel like you were doing pretty good about running.
Yeah.
But there was no way with me on one account and 1 hour of playtime that I could at all keep up with two accounts for Luma
Yeah.
hunting.
No,
And I feel like
mathematically there's no way.
I feel like there's a net benefit to having a second account. And Krima has openly said before with storage and everything else, like they would just prefer people buy a second account. The thing
That's
is, they
yeah.
don't want people botting or replicating keystrokes across two accounts.
I'm glad you bring that up because I wanna wind this down and I want to cover that last bullet point and let you guys weigh on it before we close out here. So yeah, you put in the bullet point, does Cream like, and you kind of already answered that, but I'd like more. Anything else you guys have on that? My thing is Cream is a business. Yes, they like selling multiple copies of their game. That's the whole discussion. But if you guys have more to say about it, by all means, go ahead.
I mean, so I the amount of people that actually have multiple accounts, we are probably the minority. We're not lining Temtem Karma's pockets by buying multiple accounts. Yes, does it help? Sure. But are we are we like creating like a huge increase in revenue for them? No.
Right.
They're not relying on people to go out and buy another account. Like
Right.
that's not their business model. That's not their business strategy. Because I believe there's been talks of like a battle pass type deal or whatever. There's going to be other revenue streams in the future, and this is not their idea of valuable, important income
Right.
in the future. Like, yes, it helps, but no, it's not.
Yeah, you're right. I'd love to see the statistics on it, but we'll never be able to because I don't even know how much they can keep track of how many accounts are owned by the same player. But I would agree that the only people with second accounts are those niche hardcore players, like people that do a podcast about it or stream the
Yeah.
game. I don't.
I mean,
Your average player doesn't has just one copy of Temtem.
I'd like
You
to
know.
say that I'm probably one of the people with the most purchased accounts in the game. Not for myself personally, but because of the amounts I've given away. I believe I've given away around um, 20 copies of the game so far.
Jeez. Wow.
So and that's not going and doing VPN and creating an account in say Brazil and purchasing copies of the game for $7 or whatever.
Hmm.
Those are all at the US price. I'm still giving them a decent amount of money. And I still think that's
Yeah.
pocket change. I mean, if they've
I
sold millions of copies, a million copies of the
Right.
game, even at $35, let's even say it's $7. A million copies at $7 is $7 million.
I
Like,
I I want to wind this down, but Irmel Patel makes a very good point in chat that's worth mentioning, kind of counter to us, which is they say they want 2 accounts, they just can't afford it. And I know that there's other people with different disposable incomes that have said the same sort of thing, and I do really feel for those players. Those players that are just as hardcore as us and love the game just as much as us and would love to play on 2 accounts, but just don't have that extra budget. It feels bad that they can't do it, and
yeah.
that's unfortunate. I do that's too bad. I don't like that. I wish they could get a second account. I hope they win one of your giveaways in the
Yeah,
future.
I mean, and that's one of the reasons I do it. They're not all just for people who have, who don't have the game. I reserve a couple for copies for people who don't, but like I'm doing my 700 follower giveaway sometime soon here because I hit 700, and I'm giving away 4 copies of the game, 2 of which are for people that already own it, 2 of which are for reserved for people who don't have the game. I know that's hard for me to keep track of, but
No,
generally it's pretty easy to tell who has the
and
game and who
most people are
doesn't.
pretty honest, and I think that's a great way to do it too. If I ever gave away a copy of the game, I'd try to do it to someone that doesn't own the game or only has 1 copy. But listen, here, like I said, we're hitting that hour and 30-minute mark here. We gotta leave time for the closing. Kennedy, I want to let you get any other words in on this topic before I move us along. Any closing thoughts?
Oh, no, I feel like we covered it really well. We have different definitions of pay to win. Through some of those definitions, a second account is pay to win. Through some of them, it's not. When you buy a second account, you still have to put in the time and effort to make it profitable. But getting a second account can yield extra profits that you wouldn't normally have if you just had 1 account.
All righty. Let's with that, let's close down the show and talk about where people can find more of us. I'll open it up right to you two. We have this new link. I'm gonna see if I can drop it in
Okay.
chat. Oh, okay, it did work. So I
Yeah.
dropped the link that Liam made us for all of the links for everyone watching live. But you guys go ahead and talk about where they can find you.
Can I take this first, Gaijin?
It didn't work.
Rip.
Yeah. I'll tackle this first real quick. So we had some internal discussions about this, and we are all online content creators, and we are people who love doing what we do. We don't ask any money for it. We create the things we love and enjoy. In that, knowing that somebody is listening, knowing that somebody's following, and knowing that somebody cares about the stuff we're doing and creating makes us feel so much better. So at the end of every episode, we always say where you can follow us and stuff. And we really want to reach out to you and say, if you enjoy our personalities, if you enjoy the discussions we have, if you enjoy the things we talk about on the show, and you want to support us, the best way to support us is just to consume the content we create. And that we're all on Twitter, and Gaijin and Vonlin stream on Twitch. For myself, I don't really do gaming stuff on Twitch. I do gaming stuff on YouTube. So go to youtube.com/c/PresBKennedy. And I do a D&D live stream every week, but all my videos there are recorded. And it is such a hoot and a half. I run 3 campaigns in the same world. The players are all running around, tripping over each other's toes, getting engaged to princesses, challenging people to honor duels, threatening to kill gods. It is the wildest, most fun time, and all of the stories are interconnected, and everybody's story plays off of each other, and it's so much fun. The link for my Discord is on my YouTube channel in any of the videos. Please, please, please give it a subscribe, give it a follow. That's the best way to support me because it makes me want to do this more.
I have a question for you.
Guys.
If anyone's interested in playing in a future D&D campaign, is there a way to do that, or do you have that all set and reserved, or is there if someone wants to play in your campaign, maybe that might get the most attention and traction with people?
Yeah, if you ever want to play in a D&D campaign, I all the time, I'm as these games go on, I'm managing about 21 players right now. People have to switch in and out for real life reasons. I always recruit out of my Discord first, and then I recruit on D&D Beyond, and then after D&D Beyond Reddit. So if you join my Discord and you want to play, just pop me a message and say, hey, I'm interested in playing. And actually, this coming August, I'm going to have slots open up. So that's when I'll be looking for new players.
Dan changed your name to Quarter of a Hoot.
And why am I Von Lin Sai, by the way, Dan?
Because you just make everybody sigh, Vonlin. But yeah, so anybody that's here in chat, there is now a actual section underneath. There's a panel underneath the stream for TemTalk, which has all of our respective links. So if you're in chat and you haven't been to our channels yet, I mean, I assume most of you know us or already follow us. But if you're in the chat and you haven't followed us, click that link there. I'm sure Vonlin will also add it maybe to the YouTube videos or whatever, but something like that, so that anybody on YouTube can follow us as well. But as Kennedy said, I mean, we really enjoy making the content that we do, and yeah, if you guys enjoy watching us and enjoy the content we're creating, and you want to check out more of us, I mean, it would be really appreciated if you follow us. We love doing this. We love you guys, and come hang out sometime. I am basically at ItsGaijinBuu, pretty much everywhere. At itsGaijinBuu. So Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, not Facebook because Facebook is poop. But yeah, basically everywhere.
Yeah, that's exactly, and that's a great idea. I will definitely add that link to the video description on YouTube if you're someone watching this after the fact. If you're a podcast listener, you just got to listen along or do some Googling. I'm sure it's not too hard. But yeah, I'm on Twitch as well, playing Temtem 4 times a week. Twitch.tv/VONLIN. All my other social media links are attached to that, so you'll find it there. And of course, temtalkshow@gmail. Write us a question. And on YouTube, youtube.com/C/temtalk. To watch after the fact. I was something specifically. Oh, I was just gonna say, feel free to join Gaijin and me. We both, and Kenny, we all have Discords. Go check those out if you're really interested in engaging in the community on a wider level. You can find links for both me and Gaijin's from our Twitch pages. Kennedy, what's the easiest way for people to get on your Discord if they want to for the D&D?
It's in the description of any video on my YouTube channel. It's also in the about of my YouTube channel. You know what? I'll tweet it out too. I don't care. Oh, wait, I don't want bots. Never mind.
All right. Well, I think with that, any closing thoughts for you guys? I'll take us out of here. Anything else? Oh, kid,
final thought. Yes. Listener questions to TemTalk show. TemTalk podcast.
Nope, that's wrong.
Okay, temtalkshow at Gmail.
Yeah, we'll make it easy for you guys by giving you different emails. Yeah, temtalkshow@gmail.com.
Why Vonlin didn't take TemTalk podcast is beyond me, considering it was a podcast before anything else, before it was a show. But
it's a good question. I just went with show. I just went with show right away.
Yeah, of course you did. Because at TalkTem on Twitter.
I was gonna say, let's not talk about my social media reserving rights, but
yeah,
listen, we're beating the plugs over people's heads, so I think we've covered it well. Thank you for those that already do follow and support us. We genuinely do really appreciate it. We put a lot of energy and time into all this, and I personally, nothing makes me happier than engagement. Not a follow or a sub, but a comment on a YouTube video, a comment on Reddit. That stuff really just puts the biggest smile, or an email into the show that I can respond to. That stuff is really just the most fun. So let's we'll wrap it up. Thank you, everyone. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Thank you, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Next time. Have a good week, and maybe the next time we see you, we'll all be playing Kisua if we're lucky.
Let's go.